we're glad to come out. We're so thankful that you were able to come to share with us today for this rededication of Nat Turner Field with so many partners here to share with us and so many who've come out. Our manager of Parks and Grounds, Mr. Richard Kirkland, our manager of Recreations, Mr. Obalaji Baraka, our director of engineering, Mr. Phil Scott, along with the executive director of Trust Public Land, Scott Dvorak, as well as Richard Whitten, representing United Parks as One, Derek Ware, representing the Parks Advisory Board, our Mayor of Employment Engagement, Deputy Mayor Rahman Mohammed, as well as the Mayor of this great city, Honorable Ras Baraka. We are also glad to be joined by other stakeholders, our KIPP School, who utilizes our field and facilities here with us today, as well as Central High School, and the Newark Striders, and our Newark Pop Warner program, who utilizes the field. We want to move through our program, and we want to ask for remarks and for those to come up in this order. We're going to ask for Scott Dvorak from Trust Public Land to come and share with us. Then we're going to ask if Richard Whitten, a representative from United Parks as One, can come. Then Derek Ware, and then we will come back to introduce the mayor of the city. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Council. The Trust for Public Land has been partnering with the City of Newark and Newark Public Schools for the last 20 years, building parks and playgrounds in Newark. And from Mount Vernon School in the West Ward to Mildred Helms Park in the South Ward, the Riverfront Park in East Ward, and right here at Nat Turner Park. Back in 2009 was when we cut the ribbon on this the first time. We began working with the community about 2 years before with students from Central High, 18th Avenue School, residents that lived around the park, the future park at the time, and we asked them what they wanted to see in the park, and what you see as a result of that process: the playground, this field, and the art in the park. During that 2 years of design work, we identified a couple of artists, and one of them, Jerry Gant, helped with us and worked with the community and designed the metal entrances around all of the metal gates around all of the entrances. And there were a few other artists that we worked with, all representative of the community, including Mayor Baraka and his parents, whose tiles are represented over there on the amphitheater right behind me. So they were all part of the artwork that we included in this. It's clearly a well-loved and well-used park, and this new field is a well-deserved upgrade and will really serve the users of this park, and we're really excited about having this happen. We continue to partner with the city on park projects, and notably we also continue to work with the friends and community groups that support this park, the Friends of Nat Turner Park, United Parks as One, helping support programming and events that they work on, including our Newark Works Summer Youth Program, 6 weeks working with high school students in the summer at several of the parks around the city, including Nat Turner Park. The community is key to the success of this park, from designing it back in 2007 to caring for it through the Friends groups, and coming out to enjoy it every day. And this truly is a community park. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. All right, this is a little different than it was back in 2009 because it was kind of hot and humid, you know, and all you people with long sleeve shirts on were perspiring a little bit. But definitely want to thank this administration, the mayor of the city of Newark, Mayor Ras J. Baraka. Want to thank the Parks and Recreation Department. Definitely want to give special thanks to the Victoria Foundation, Trust for Public Land, and all those who thought that this was needed. United Parks as One is a collaboration and an advocacy group of the Friends of Jesse Ellen Park, the Friends of Mildred Helms Park, and also the Friends of Nat Turner Park. And we are watchdogs and advocates of this particular park. Gone are the days where there was a Mr. Hicks, there was a Mr. Calloway, there was a Lloyd Long, you know, who were volunteers of our communities, you know, who took time out of their day and they advocated for athletic programs for boys and girls. I mean, so we are the stewards. We are the advocates. You know, we are the watchdogs because the municipality, the administration can't do it by themselves. They invested the sweat equity, they invested the funds in these parks, and it's up to us, you know, to be the champions. It's up to us to be the watchdogs. It's up to us to be involved in organized programming because, again, the administration cannot do it by themselves. Just want to thank everyone for coming out. Special thanks to Donna Kay. Special thanks to Scott D. And special thanks to everyone. I'm sorry. Special thanks to an amazing partner, Girls Live, Laugh, Love. And we have a little shirt for Mr. Mayor.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Derek Warray, and I'm really proud and privileged to be here today. In 2014, a group of community investors, community activists came together to think of the possibilities of investing back into our public spaces. So we had the Trust for Public Land, we had the Vailsburg Organization Group, we had the Newark Conservancy. We had other investor groups that decided that our community and our public space was an asset and not a liability. So here today, 2014, we came out and talked to the council and said, here's a possibility of changing the narrative of always looking at our neighborhoods in negative context and looking at it more as the building block of positive action. So the group came together, they talked to the political leaders, we talked to the community, asked them what they wanted, and we came up with this idea of taking 1 penny for every $1 of property investment to come back, to put back into our parks and gardens too, not to mention the gardens as well. So from that way, we changed the paradigm from having people just look at our neighborhoods as just liabilities and starting the people investing back into their community. And here's an evidence of what that possibility can be. A new, brand new turf, a reconstituted park, and really people that are ready to use it and take advantage of it. So with that, I am so excited that we actually have the Park Advisory Board set up and started to kind of be the bridge to the community and to the administration in terms of how we prioritize our investments to make these communities a asset-based development. And so as Scott and Richard had mentioned earlier, it's now time for the community to invest in these legacy parks. These parks are one of the mainstays of how you develop a community and how the community starts to communicate with each other. So to me, this is a really great opportunity for us to now change the paradigm in our neighborhoods, in our downtowns, in our other areas to now start to put the investment back to where the people need it, these public parks. So thank you.
So again, let us thank Scott, let us thank Derek and Richard for coming up and sharing the vision and history of what has taken place overall with our Open Space Trust Fund. And it was very indicative of an administration and a mayor to have this vision to continue to push us to redirect our energies and our focus on repurposing, redesigning, and putting energy into all of our parks that our young people, our older community can have a place to come and feel safe and feel welcome. And so because we had that push and we had that charge, we started in this effort here at Nat Turner today, as well as other efforts at Casburger Field and throughout the city. We're going to be working and reconstituting and re-engaging in our parks and our environment. And so we're delighted to have the charge, to have the push, and have the vision by the visionary. And at this time, we're going to call up the mayor of this great city, the Honorable Mayor Ras J. Baraka. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes. We are excited about the way this park is, came out today. It's beautiful. Isn't that right? Can't wait to get to use it again. I was blessed, as was said earlier, to be a part of the first process. Trust for Public Land and a few other folks came together and was able to put one of the tiles up there with my parents. And since then, as the principal at Central High, watched kids use this and football practice and all of the Little League and Pop Warner. Scott came over here for soccer games, track practice, everything happening here. So people use this park every single day. Obviously, there needed to be opportunity for us to fix it again, to repurpose it, and I think we did an excellent job here. Everybody that's was involved in this process needs to give themselves a round of applause. Did an excellent job in repurposing this park. And as Pat Council, Director Council said, is a citywide effort. We redid the park, Green Acres Park or the Bo Porter Complex on Lyons Avenue. We redid Boylan Street Rec Center up there. We did some work at Nat Turner Park. We also went down to the Central Ward and redid the field, the baseball field there for the Little League players in the park there as well. We did some work over here and fixed the little kids area. So we're doing this all over the city to make sure our kids have quality places to go for their family, for themselves, to hang out, have fun, to be healthy as well. So all of those things are important and reasons why we want to get this done and make sure that this old adage that we don't have anything to do or any place to go is just not true. That we are investing in our young people, investing in our community, and what we have to do now is get the people to actually use the facilities that we have available. And I'm so excited about the organization that was created here to watch over, monitor, manage, and get people to use this park, because that's incredibly important. It's one thing for the city and for the philanthropic community to invest in these parks, but we need folks to manage, to run, to take care of the parks in their community and their neighborhood and make sure they program it and that families and kids are actually using this park. We also we're putting about $60 million of collective funding down at the riverfront to build a riverfront park, miles of a park that will run all the way from the East Ward over to the North Ward in the city of Newark. We're building a 3-acre park behind Prudential Arena so that our families could be a part of the downtown growth and development that's happening in the city. Parks are important. Green space is important to life in this city and to our kids growing up in an environment that's healthy and active for them and their families. So I thank everybody who was a part of this process today, and hopefully you get to come out and watch Central High School girls play soccer. Watch the kids at KIPP. The things that they're doing in this park, the track team and some of the Pop Warner games that take place here as well. Come out and watch our young kids play Pop Warner football on this field as well. So God bless you.
So again, we want to thank everyone for coming out. We are so glad that the mayor was able to come and to rededicate and repurpose Nat Turner. Next week when you come out, you're going to see some wonderful banners hanging from the flag post that says "Welcome to Nat Turner Park" on one side, and then on the other side is going to say "Newark Forward," because that is the progress and the movement of where we're going in the city. So at this moment, we're just going to pause and break for some photo opportunities with the mayor and the students as they enjoy the park, and we ask that you walk around and look at the brand new facilities as well. Thank you.